Hi, I'm Tarot Tidal, and welcome to another installment of Tarot Moments with Tarot Tidal. Last time we talked about picking a deck. Do you have to have it as a gift? Can it be something you picked? But today I want to talk about some other things. Once you have your deck, there's some important things you're going to need. One, and I suggest you write it down. When you write it down, you have the added bonus of visualizing it, saying it, and writing it, and that's important. You need to clearly write down what success means to you and what your intent is. If your intent is to get rich and make a lot of money, there's nothing wrong with that. Write that down and make that your focus. That's not mine. Personally, my focus is doing what I'm here to do, giving back, making a difference, helping people. And when you do those things, all the other stuff along the way fall into place. The thing that people make the biggest mistake in is they try to control everything on both sides along the way to guarantee that their end is going to turn out how they want it to. And it's all backwards. You're wasting energy. If you have a clear intent of what your purpose and focus is, do that. Focus that. And all the other stuff on the sides fall into place. It's so simple, but it's so foundationally true. The next thing you're going to need is a tarot journal. I know, everybody says it, but you need it. The reason you need it is so you can take notes. What I did is I bought a great big fat book from my box store, a blank book. And then I looked, and I have a bunch of tarot books, and I found one that I really didn't care so much for. It didn't suit my purposes. So I cut the images of all the decks out and I taped them on each couple pages of the book. And I took notes. And some of the things I took notes about were what's going on in the deck? What are the themes? Is there action? Is there movement? What's the body language? Are there people there? What are they doing? Are there animals? What are the colors? What is the feeling going on? You're going to find as you go in your journey in tarot, you're going to evolve, you're going to change, and you're going to get depth. You're going to get depth in things and get new understandings, and that's important to record that as you go along. As you do readings, write down the reading, write down the date, write down what's going on in your life, if it's for you or who it's for. What was the question? And keep note of it and come back and visit it later. Secondly, actually, that's thirdly. Another thing you're going to do, there are wonderful books out there. There are amazing resources on the internet. There are places to learn tarot that it doesn't cost anything. One of the first classes I took was a Dusty White class, and it was the easiest way to learn tarot ever. Now, what's important is you may know how to read tarot, you may just be learning, but continuing education means everything. Would you really want to go to a doctor that hasn't updated or sharpened his skills in 20 years? No, because it's important to learn new techniques, new perspectives, new ways of looking at things. It's important. And I like that book particularly. I like a lot of books, and I'm going to tell you all about these books. I want to live so long as to read them all. But I like that book because there was places to write in the book. There was places to take notes. There was places to use markers and colored pencils and all those great things. I love that book. I like it a lot. And there's other books I like as well, too. In fact, I just bought because I wanted to revisit some of those things. I just bought Mary Greer's book, Tarot for Yourself. You know what? It's an older book, but you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. It's a great place to start from scratch and even for a refresher course to look around and get your bearings and see some perspective and do it differently. Social media has made it so easy to contact tarot publishers and deck publishers. And here's a trick. Here's a trick. What's important, if you find a book that you like, stick with that book till you're done with it. If you start reading 6 different books at one time, you're going to be going crazy because there are 6 different ways to do things. Each person has their own way of doing it. Go with the book, study it, learn their techniques, see what they say, file it away, take notes. It's like a buffet. Take what you want, what's not useful for you, leave. Take what you need. Every time you do something, you are building on a foundation. It's like little Lego stones. And the more you learn, the bigger and broader your base and your foundation is, and the more solid it is. Then go on to the next book. You can contact authors on Facebook. Now, when you do, it's nice to say, hey, Francine Smith, I just bought your book. I like it. I really like what you're saying about it. People get contacts every day on social media. And you know what? If you're going to be contacting them and you really did get their book or you want to learn about their book, mention that. That's important. That's important. People are so accessible. They're friendly. They're helpful. There are a lot of resources where you can learn so many things that it won't cost you anything. It won't cost you anything. And granted, you need to learn intuition and go with it. But at the same time, you need to know the basics of what they are. You need to know about the suits. You need to know about the elements. You need to know about the personalities and the temperaments that go with the suits and the major arcanas and what do they really mean. But you need to start with that, and you need to learn your intuition too. And it's going to come. Anybody can do this. Anyone can do this. And you know what? People think, and this is true, people say, don't you have to be born with the gift? Maybe some people have a natural inclination to it. Some people have a natural inclination to music, to artistry, to cabinetry. But does that mean that if they take classes and learn more and apply themselves and study that they're going to even get better? Well, of course they are. Of course they are. Anybody can do whatever they want to do. You can have the dreams. You just need to decide what your intent is and what you're going to do with it. Next time, we're going to talk about how to make friends in the tarot community really quick and how to make enemies. Come back. We'll see you soon.